so many items here.
Yeah.
I live in London. I wish I lived here.
We do nationwide delivery next day.
Say that again?
Next day delivery.
What, you do delivery?
Nationwide, all over the UK. Scotland, Wales,
Seriously?
England, wherever. London, Scotland, wherever.
Oh, Scotland.
How much do you charge for it?
£8.50 standard delivery charge. Up to 20 kilos you can order.
Really?
So you can order basically this whole shop, 20 kilos. Anything you want. Anything, you pick whatever you want. Kilo of this, kilo of that. Pick about 20 items, kilo each. Get that £8.50 delivery charge. That's it. No more.
I think
I've
that's a
got one
good deal.
parcel going out. Have a look here. One parcel going out overnight. APC overnight.
Our parcel from Sharmilee Sweetmart in Leicester has just arrived. It's been delivered specially on a next day delivery. And this is what So without wasting any more time, let's open it up and see. That's a little business card there. We've got Chana Chor Garam. Got Tomato Gathia. Spinach Gathia. Salted banana wafer. Fudina Gathia, which is mint Gathia. Got Kenyan Chero. Got Chakri. Got Spinach Papdi Gathia. Chora Fari. Last but not least, the Mithai. Let's open that up and have a quick peek inside, see what that looks like. Doesn't that look absolutely delicious? You got bundina laddu, you got penda, you got kaju katri, you got mohantal, you got burfi here, and then you got a kaju roll. All of these are sweet treats, and these are the savoury snacks. So let's have a little taste of these treats and tell you what it all tastes like. Salted banana wafers. It's not overly salty, even though it says salted banana wafers. You can taste Himalayan salt or black salt, kala nimak. Very crispy, perfect level of crispiness. Let's have a taste of the Spinach Papdi Gathia. Even though it looks quite green in colour, it's just got a slight spinach flavour. It's lightly salted, gram flour snack. It's very mild, there's no chili heat. It's got a soft crunch to it. It's not overly crispy. It's not oily, very flavoursome. Let's have a little taste of the chakri. First thing that hits me is the crunch. Extremely crunchy, very fresh. You can taste some sesame seeds in there. I can tell that it's very freshly made because it's got that high level of crunch that Chakri should have. Very mild. It's got a very slight chili heat. Some turmeric in there. It's not too salty. Simply spiced, simply seasoned. We make these at home. It's made with wheat flour and rice. A lovely little snack. The tomato gathia. I haven't had tomato gathia before. First taste, first bite, very tasty, the first ever bite. It's so tasty I have to have another bite. So So I haven't had tomato gathia before, haven't come across it before. It's morishly good. It's quite salty. Tomato gathia has a slight tanginess from the tomato they've used. Even though it's quite red in color, it doesn't have a fiery chili heat. It's got a slight chili heat, a subtle chili heat. It's so delicious. The crunch on the tomato gathia is a lot softer. It's a lot softer than the chakri. It would be perfect for someone who doesn't like extremely crunchy snacks. Can taste some ajmo or some ajwain in there. Let's move on to the chana chor. Take a good pinch of these. You can tell it's been freshly made because it's quite crunchy. I can taste a mixture of ingredients. I can taste some black salt in there, some chaat masala, a medium level of chili heat. It's a very moist snack. One bite is not good enough. You need to have a few bites. I know these are crushed chickpeas. I'm not sure how they make them. I don't know if they're fried or if they're roasted. It's not oily at all. So let's move on to the Fudina Gathia. I've been looking forward to tasting this because it's a snack which I haven't come across before. Let's have a taste and see what it tastes like. Tasty. I can't believe it's another Moorish snack. Fudina Gathia, first time I've tried this. Really good, really delicious. There's some cumin in there, which is jeera, some ajwain. Occasionally you come across one of the seeds of the ajwain or the jeera. Once you bite into that, it's got an extra level of crunch, and that flavour of the ajwain and the jeera just explodes in your mouth. The actual gathia itself is quite soft. It's not as crunchy as the chakri. Again, it would suit someone who doesn't like extremely crunchy snacks. It's got a medium chili heat. You can see some of the mint in there. It's not overly minty. It has a subtle mint flavour. It's slightly more salty than the other snacks. The Chora Fari, I had these before. It's one of our favourite snacks. Absolutely delicious, absolutely divine. Like I said, one of my favourite snacks. It's ultra crispy, has an extra level of crispiness, crunchiness when you bite into it. I'm not sure what it's made of. I had a look online. Most of the recipes seem to be that it's made with besan and Urad Gram Flours. I've been avoiding the bits with the red chili. The ones without the red chili has less chili heat. Let's go for it. Let's just have a taste with the red chili on there as well. Oh, that looks fiery. Let's punish myself. The Chora Fari with the red bits, which are more redder than the yellow bits, is fire. A lot of chili heat. If you want it a little bit milder, have it without the red bits on it. Again, very tasty. It just hits the spot perfectly. Has a satisfying level of crispiness, a satisfying level of crunch. It's not too salty. It's got the perfect level of saltiness. It's got some sesame seeds. It's got some ajwain seeds in there. When you come across the ajwain seeds and the sesame seeds, they add an additional level of crunch and an additional level of flavour. This particular snack ticks all the boxes for me. It's mouth-wateringly good. So let's move on to the Spinach Gathia. Spinach Gathia, yet another snack which just hits the taste buds perfectly. Subtle taste of spinach in there, not overly hot, has a medium level of chili heat. Every now and again you come across a cumin seed, bite onto that, and it just explodes in your mouth with that cumin jeera flavour. Really delicious. Okay, so let's go on to the Kenyan chevra. I think I've got a little bit of everything there. Doesn't that just look so good? So the Kenyan chevra, an explosion of crunchiness, an explosion of flavours. The taste is a mix of sweetness and saltiness. You can taste the cumin seeds, the jeera seeds which I've used in there, mustard seeds, a medium level of chili here. It's quite spicy. It's got some pawa in there, which is puffed rice, peanuts, some cashews, some chana dal, some fried potato sticks, bursting with flavour, perfectly spiced. It's an exquisite blend of flavors, exquisite blend of spices. A little bit of feedback or a little comment. I personally think they should have some raisins in there. Some people like it, some people don't. So even without raisins, it's a divine snack. So I'm just going to move on to the Mithai. So let's have a taste of the Kaju Katri first. Has a very solid texture to it, it's not crumbly, it's very easy to cut. It's a cashew flavoured sweet. It's a very thin leaf of silver they use on there. Has a slight silvery taste, not overly sweet. The Mohantal. Let's have a taste of the Mohantal. First thing I can taste is some cardamom. I think there's some nutmeg in there. I'm not sure what it's made of. I think it might be gram flour. It's quite sweet, but not overly sweet. Very crumbly, has a melt in the mouth texture. Some pistachios on there, right? Has some almonds on there. The Sharmilee team have seemed to have got the recipe right for this. It's another moorishly sweet, tasty treat. Let's have a taste of this. I'm not sure what it's filled with. This is the Kaju roll. The only way I can describe it is if you imagine the Kaju Katri without the silver foil. It's got an additional flavour from the filling, which is a tutti frutti dry fruit mix. I think you might have papaya and a few other dry fruits. The perfect level of sweetness. The way these guys have made it, it's really something to look out for. Let's have a little taste of the pendo. It's a really rich tasting, milky, thick, creamy sweet. It's been topped with some almonds and some pistachio. This is one of my favorites. Perfect level of sweetness. Again, it's freshly made, so it hasn't dried out. It's just got that sublime level of creaminess. Burfi. So the burfi, the first thing that hits you is the creaminess again. Very similar to the pendo, but it's got additional flavors. After the creaminess, it's got a strong flavor of cardamom, rich and milky. The top pink part has a delectable rose flavor. Even though the actual burfi is quite soft, it's been topped with desiccated coconut. It has that subtle coconutty crunchiness. Another tasty sweet. So let's move on to the last of the sweets, which is the bundi laddu, which are gram flour balls which have been molded and hand rolled into balls. That's really, really delicious. Gonna have to have another bite. Tasty. So the bundi laddu is a lot more sweeter than the other sweets. A rich, thick sweetness. It's quite sticky, it's quite gooey, moorishly good. My all-time favorite is this, the Chora Fari. Absolutely delicious. Very difficult to decide my favorite out of the sweets, but if push came to shove, I would probably go for the penda. It's just a melt in the mouth treat. Whenever we're in Leicester, whenever we visit somebody, this is the one we love getting. The final comment, it's a little taste of India in London, all the way from Leicester. If you're ever in Leicester, look out for their shop and their Sweetmart. And if you're not in Leicester, you can go online and just order what you want. Next day delivery, it arrives fresh, ready to eat. Not something that arrives a month later, next day delivery. Look out for these guys, check out their website. God bless Sharmilee Restaurant, Sweetmart and caterers.